Depends on where you are, I guess.
Well, they don't hang around 7-Elevens. They hang around Wawas.
Wow.
I would rather hang around a Wawa than a 7-Eleven too, though.
Well, it all depends on where you are. But yeah, you're right. I would too.
So, that's what medical care is in the United States. And that's what obstetrical care is.
And it's, you made a good point. Not long ago we were talking. You said something to the effect of, the insurance companies. The insurance is so expensive, and they want you to pay all this money, and then they want to put out all these ads about, stay away from this, stay away from that, and take big gulps away from people, and stupid stuff to govern your life, so it keeps you healthier, so they don't have to pay out, later on down the road when you get diabetes from drinking too much Slurm from the
Yeah, health
7-Eleven.
insurance is the biggest scam in this country. It's a massive raffle, and you only win if you get deathly ill. If you pay, what was that one the cheapest insurance plan for us that I came across? It was a $6,000 deductible annually and $382 a month premium. So,
Insane.
at $100 a pop, how many doctor visits would we have had to make before we ever met our $6,000 deductible and actually saw any money back from the insurance company?
Well, it depends on what the doctor finds wrong with you.
Well, I'm just talking about average. What I'm saying is you can, if you're healthy and your kids are healthy and you have health insurance, you're literally flushing money down the toilet.
Agreed.
Because you will pay them that monthly premium every month, and they will never pay your doctor bills unless you get $6,000 plus sick. You can't stay healthy and ever meet your deductible. It's a lottery, and you can't win unless you get really, really sick. It's really insane. And the most insane thing about it is that the American public has been mesmerized somehow into being convinced that they can't live without it. People stay at jobs they hate because the insurance is so good.
What's the only way people can get all these newfangled drugs for all these newfangled disorders that the drug companies are making it to? But that's a whole other rabbit hole.
Yeah, we don't have cable or TV or anything like that. We rarely see commercials, and so every football season, when I see a few actual broadcast TV shows, all of the commercials are for brand new diseases that I didn't know about last football season. It's really strange.
Right. It is real strange.
What was that new one we just heard of?
Oh.
Yesterday. It's a brand new disease that we never heard of, and all of the symptoms of it were the same symptoms as eating beans.
Yeah, it was something to do with... I don't know, the commercial was real stupid.
Yeah, and they were like, even if you only have one of these symptoms, you still might have this disease. Or maybe you ate a chili dog. We don't know, but talk to your doctor.
Yeah, they were talking about BMs as coming up with all these little clever puns for them.
No, the lady was straight up like, my number 2 is like diarrhea sometimes.
Or no, I think really she said my number 2 looks more like a number 1 or something like that.
Oh,
they were being real cagey about
we were eating. It was horrible.
Yeah. It was pretty horrible.
Oh, that wasn't on TV, though. That was on the radio.
Yeah.
We were listening to ESPN radio.
But,
yeah, you still don't want to hear about number 2, number 1, number 1, number 2, whatever you want to call it. That's no good. Number 3.
Yeah, I don't know. But they were using all these clever euphemisms, and the commercials are horrible, and they always put some little kid in there, to play on the
don't be gross,
play the heartstrings of those who may exhibit one of these symptoms. Oh, you better get checked out and go get Omazepam, whatever for your chronic diarrheagasitis.
Yeah, that might have been what this thing was called, this new disease. But I know that even if you only have one symptom, such as farting, You might have this disease.
Better get me to the doctor, please.
Or maybe you ate chili. I don't know. But either way, ask your doctor.
But yeah, it's insane. It
So
truly is
Jazapran.
insane. You know, the people, the things that people fall for or are terrified against.
Oh yeah, everybody's afraid of everything.
It's you can't live a life, and sometimes scanning the news, the Drudge Report, or even scrolling through Facebook, can have that kind of same effect on you. But those TV commercials are the worst. That especially on football Sunday, it's beer and it used to be beer ads. I'm sure there still are some, but now it's all Omazapral or
Yeah. You should write a song, Bisky. Where has Spud McKenzie gone?
Where has Spuds McKenzie gone?
Oh, I didn't say Spuds. Well, anyway.
That's all right.
It's a good concept, though.
It is a good concept.
It's a good question. Where do we live now? It's not where we used to live, is it, Bisky?
No, we're taking away the manliness of drinking beer with the guys and watching a football game to being Nancy hypochondriacs and worrying that there's a health risk around every single little turn in your life.
Maybe. Or are people really getting these diseases from chemtrails and genetically modified food?
It could be. I mean, it very well could be.
Well, you would think you would be able to commit to the idea a little more strongly than that if you spent more time on YouTube.
That's true. I mean, I think it's a combination of the two. I think it's I find it a horrible thing that I don't want to use the term mainstream media, but radio and TV and internet and everything you see is aimed at the emasculation of men.
That's part of the time that we live in.
Yeah, and I think prescriptions for for that kind of stuff, and you see ED medication or treatment or options hugely. Dudes just need to be dudes and stop being. Let that testosterone flow through you.
I think erectile dysfunction is, at least in some cases, probably in a lot of cases in America, is a consequence of unfaithfulness.
Could be.
I do. I think that it's brought on men by God.
That's a good point.
From a Christian perspective of providence and the fact that God ordains and orders all things, but most especially our physical beings and the physical arrangement of molecules in time and space, then there aren't any coincidences. And everything that happens to you, whether it's, win the lottery or erectile dysfunction, has been either caused directly or allowed to be caused by God. And so, when things happen to us, especially more, heavier things, then I think we should look and try and figure out why. And, if there's something out there that that gives its own answers as to why it might be happening, I would say erectile dysfunction is it. So that's my personal opinion about that.
That's a good one.
Is that the need for it has skyrocketed the way that it has because unfaithfulness has skyrocketed the way that it has.
Jesus did say, even looking at another woman with lust in your heart is adultery.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Look at what you see all the time.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. People
scantily clad women and on TV everywhere, and there's no, women are bearing it all, but there's cheerleaders on the sidelines of football games. And I'm just talking about the little bit of TV we watch, which is hardly any, and just the some of the outfits these girls wear. I mean, we don't watch MTV. You know what I mean? I can't imagine the kind of stuff that they're showing there.
That might be all out porn by now.
Could be
MTV. But never mind what other people do. How many men spend a huge chunk of their time looking at porn?
Oh, well, a bunch of them.
Yeah, because I just don't want to. I don't want to neglect that idea.
Oh no, certainly not. But
and focus on the fact that I agree. God holds us responsible for causing extra temptation to our brothers with our flesh. So I agree with what you're saying. However, that's not the kind of thing you can control.
Well, I'm just talking about
largely what other women can wear, what other people wear.
I'm talking about just what we see.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Of what we would see. I mean, because we're certainly not looking at those websites and
right.
But
So so the criteria for adultery is much wider than I was thinking of, and so that I think proves my point even better.
Come here, Ted.
Frankly. So Teddy, we just took Teddy. Teddy just finished his evening snack, and he's sitting over there with Dad'ems now. Yep. You may hear, transferring and things like that, but it's take your infant to work day.
Excellent.
Yes, it's that
nice
day
and
every
warm
day
and
here.
Snuggly.
Yeah, he's a little snuggle putt. I do love him. He's pretty great looking, you guys. I think his eyes are turning blue.
Teddy Two Chins. But yeah, he's pretty great. It's been a great few months here, and between getting ready and having him and watching him, just kind of become part of the family, kind of becoming more conscious of this being his home and his brothers and sisters that love him so much, and him getting happier by the day. He's I like to say I like him when he's unmad, because for a minute, and it hadn't been that long ago, it's gradual. He gets less and less mad for longer periods of time every day, and he gets so mad there's nothing I can do for him. That's mommy's job. So he's becoming less and less unmad, and he's really getting used to his surroundings. He's a lot of fun to look at and watch him discover things, and he's starting to smile and laugh. So it's been a great few months, and
it was quite the swerve there, Bisky. I wasn't prepared for that.
I'm so sorry. He passed him off, and my little buddy's here.
Yeah. Yeah, so where do we go now? Back to babies? On to further conspiracy? You got me all twisted. I don't know where I am anymore.
Oh, I'm so very sorry.
What do we do?
I don't know. We can talk about babies some more since we're on that subject.
Sure. Well, he doesn't have much hair. He's small. He has fingernails and toenails.
But he's it's just so very neat. We've really enjoyed the experience, and we're glad to be back. I know, but that's where we've been for the last few months.
Yep. So